Hey everyone, and welcome to the English Talk Show, the podcast where we help you learn English by just listening to real, natural conversation. I'm Rex, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Melissa. Melissa, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, Rex. Thank you. I'm so excited about today's episode. And hello to everyone listening. Wherever you are in the world, we are so happy you're here with us today.
So, today's episode is a very special one. We're going back to basics, and we mean that in the absolute best way. Today, we are talking about speaking basic English for beginners.
Exactly. And if you are just starting your English journey, or if you feel a little nervous when you try to speak, this episode is made just for you. We're going to keep everything simple, clear, and really fun.
We're going to cover so many useful everyday phrases, things like how to greet people, how to ask for help, how to order food at a restaurant, how to make small talk, and how to say goodbye. And we'll also do a really fun segment on common mistakes that learners make and how to fix them.
Oh, that mistake segment is one of my favorites, so please stay with us for that. But first, let's start at the very beginning. Let's talk about greetings.
All right, greetings. This is usually the first thing you learn in English, but there's actually a lot more to it than just saying hello. There are many different ways to greet someone, and the right one depends on the situation.
Right. The three most common greetings are hello, hi, and hey. Hello is more formal and polite. Hi is friendly and casual, great for everyday use, and hey is very informal, something you'd say to a close friend.
Exactly. So if you're meeting your boss for the first time, you'd probably say hello or hi, but if you're texting your best friend, you'd say hey. Let's do a quick example. Melissa, pretend you're my coworker and we're seeing each other at the office.
Okay, hi Rex. How are you today?
Hey Melissa, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. See how easy and natural that was? Short, friendly, and very easy to remember.
Now, how are you is the most common follow-up after a greeting. You can also say, how's it going? Casual and friendly. Or what's up? Very informal for close friends. And don't forget, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, based on the time of day.
And here's an important tip. When someone asks, how are you, keep your answer short. Native speakers say, I'm good, thanks, or fine, thank you, or even not bad. All of those are perfectly normal and natural.
That's a great point. A lot of learners feel like they need to explain everything. But no, keep it short. Just, I'm good, thanks, and you? That's perfect.
Exactly. Short and sweet. That's the key with greetings.
All right, let's move on to our next topic, asking for help. This is so important, especially when you're in a new country or a new situation and you need some information.
Yes, and the key phrase to get someone's attention is excuse me. Walk up to a stranger, say excuse me, and then ask your question. Simple, polite, and it works in almost any situation.
Right. For example, excuse me, where is the nearest bus stop? Or, excuse me, can you help me? It's polite, it's respectful, and it works in almost any situation.
Another really useful phrase is, could you repeat that please? If someone speaks too fast and you didn't understand what they said, it is completely okay to ask them to say it again. Don't be embarrassed. This happens to everyone, even native speakers.
Absolutely. You can also say, sorry, I didn't catch that, which means you didn't hear or understand clearly. Or you can say, could you speak more slowly, please? That one is especially helpful for beginners, and most people will be very happy to slow down for you.
And don't forget this one. I don't understand. Simple, honest, and very effective. It opens the door for the other person to help you. There is absolutely no shame in saying it.
None at all. In fact, saying I don't understand is a sign of courage. It means you want to communicate and you want to learn. That's something to be proud of.
Totally agree with that. Okay, Rex, let's talk about one of my personal favorite topics, ordering food.
Ha, yes, probably one of the most important life skills you'll ever need. So imagine you walk into a restaurant or a cafe. What do you say? What happens?
So, when you sit down, a waiter or server will usually come to your table and say something like, "Are you ready to order?" And you can reply with, "Yes, I'd like," and then say what you want. For example, "Yes, I'd like the pasta, please," or "I'd like a coffee and a sandwich."
Right. I'd like, that's the key phrase. It's polite and very natural. You can also say, can I have, or I'll have. All of those work perfectly. Let's do a quick role play. Melissa, you be the customer and I'll be the waiter.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm ready.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'd like the grilled chicken, please. And can I have a glass of water, too?
Of course. And would you like anything else?
No, thank you. That's everything.
Perfect. See how smooth and easy that was? And notice that Melissa used please and thank you. Always use those. Good manners make a huge difference and people really appreciate it.
They really do. And if you want to ask for a recommendation, you can say, "What do you recommend?" Or "What's popular here?" Those are great phrases that also start a friendly little conversation with the server.
And when you're done eating and it's time to pay, you can say, can I have the check, please? That's the American English way. In British English, you'd say, can I have the bill, please? Both are correct. It just depends on where you are.
Great tip. Knowing both versions is really useful. All right, let's talk about small talk. This is one of those things that can feel a little tricky at first, but once you know a few go-to phrases, it becomes so much easier.
Exactly. Small talk is just casual, light conversation, the kind you have with people you don't know very well, like a neighbor, a classmate, someone in an elevator, or a new colleague. It's not a deep discussion. It's just friendly chatting.
Right, and the number one topic for small talk in English? The weather. I know it sounds funny, but it's true. Something like, "Nice weather today, isn't it?" Or, "Can you believe how hot it is?" These are classic conversation starters.
It is. Other great small talk topics include asking where someone is from. Where are you from? Or commenting on your surroundings like, this is a great cafe, or I love this neighborhood.
And compliments. Compliments are wonderful for small talk. Something like, "I love your jacket," or "That's a beautiful bag." People love receiving compliments. It immediately creates a warm and positive feeling.
So true. And the trick to keeping small talk going is to ask a follow-up question. So if someone says, nice day, isn't it? You reply, it really is. Are you from around here? And just like that, you have a real conversation going.
Exactly. The goal of small talk is not to say something deep or important. It's just to be friendly and to connect with the people around you. Keep it light, keep it positive, and always listen to the other person.
Well said, and remember, a warm smile goes a very long way, even when you're still searching for the right words.
So true. Okay, Rex, it's time for the moment we've both been waiting for, the common mistakes segment.
Yes. This is a really important part of today's episode. We'll share phrases that English learners often say incorrectly and give you the correct version. Please don't feel bad if you recognize any of these. Every learner goes through this, and we're just here to help.
Absolutely. Think of this as a little friendly correction from your English friends. Okay, mistake number 1. A lot of learners say, "I am agree with you." You might hear this quite often, but that's not quite right.
Right. The correct way to say it is simply, I agree with you. No am needed. Agree is already a verb, so you don't add am in front of it. Just say, I agree with you. Nice and clean. Try saying it out loud right now. I agree with you.
I agree with you. Perfect. Okay, mistake number 2. Some learners say, "Can you explain me this?" It sounds close, but native speakers don't say it that way.
The correct version is, can you explain this to me? You need the word to before me. Explain this to me. It seems like a small thing, but it makes your English sound much more natural and fluent. So, can you explain this to me?
Can you explain this to me? Great. Now, mistake number 3, and this one is very, very common. Learners often say, "I have 20 years." This sounds like a direct translation from many other languages, but in English, it doesn't work that way.
That's right. In English, for age, we use the verb to be, not to have. So the correct sentence is, I am 20 years old. Or you can keep it short and just say, I'm 20. Remember, for your age, I am, not I have.
I am 20 years old. Perfect. Okay, mistake number 4. This one always makes me smile a little. Some learners say, "I am boring," when they want to say that they feel bored. And the problem is, "I am boring" means something very different.
Ha! Yes. If you say, I am boring, you are saying that you, as a person, are not interesting. That's not what you want to say. What you mean is, I am bored. I am bored means you feel the emotion of boredom right now. Big difference.
So important. You are definitely not boring. You're learning English, which is incredibly interesting. The correct phrase is, "I am bored." Say it with me. I am bored.
I am bored. And our 5th and final common mistake for today, learners sometimes say, she is married with a doctor. It's understandable, but native speakers say it differently.
Right. In English, we say she is married to a doctor. Married to, not married with. It's just a small preposition, but it's the natural and correct way to say it in English. She is married to a doctor.
She is married to a doctor. Beautiful. Now try saying all 5 corrections out loud wherever you are right now. I agree with you. Can you explain this to me? I am 20 years old. I am bored, and she is married to a doctor. Saying them out loud is the best way to make them stick.
Yes, please practice. Saying things out loud is one of the best ways to make them stick. Your mouth needs to get used to the sounds of English. So say it, repeat it, practice it.
All right, we're getting close to the end of our show. So let's talk about one more very important skill. Saying goodbye. Just like greetings, there are many different ways to end a conversation in English depending on how formal or casual the situation is.
Right. The most common goodbyes are goodbye, bye, and see you later. Goodbye is more formal, great for professional situations. Bye is very casual and friendly. And see you later is warm and relaxed, even if you're not sure when you'll see the person again.
You can also say take care, which feels warm and kind, like you genuinely care about the person, or have a good one. Very casual, meaning have a good day. And it was nice meeting you is perfect for the end of a first meeting with someone new.
And with friends, you might hear things like talk to you soon or catch you later. Those are really natural and common in everyday English. Just pick whichever feels right for the situation and say it with a smile and confidence.
And the confidence part is so important. Even if you say it a little imperfectly, say it. The other person will understand and they will appreciate that you're trying.
100%. Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's episode of the English Talk Show. Rex, I think we covered so much ground today.
We really did. We covered greetings like hi, hello, and good morning. Asking for help with excuse me, could you repeat that? And I don't understand. Ordering food with I'd like and can I have the check please? Small talk, 5 common mistakes, and saying goodbye. What a full episode.
Absolutely. And those 5 common mistakes are so worth remembering. Great reminders for any English learner out there.
You now have a solid set of phrases for real everyday English situations. And remember, the most important thing is to actually use them. Don't just listen, speak.
Yes, practice every day. Even 5 minutes of speaking English out loud makes a real difference. Try today's phrases with a friend or by yourself. It might feel silly at first, but it works, I promise.
It absolutely does. Learning a new language takes time and patience, so be kind to yourself. Every mistake you make is actually helping you get better. Don't be afraid to make them.
Beautifully said, Rex. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend who is learning English. It truly means the world to us.
We'll be back next time with more English lessons. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking. Every word you say is a step forward. You're doing amazing.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We believe in you. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Rex. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.